As twilight descended upon the quiet countryside, enveloping the old farmhouse in a blanket of shadows, the air seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy. Within the confines of the weather-beaten walls, a family sought refuge, unaware of the dark secrets that lay dormant in the heart of their new home. The farmhouse, with its faded paint and creaking floorboards, had stood for generations, its history intertwined with the land upon which it was built. Yet, despite its rustic charm, there was something unsettling about the way the shadows danced across its time-worn facade, as if whispering tales of days long past. Among the family was Sarah, a spirited young woman with a penchant for adventure, and her husband David, a pragmatic soul with a deep reverence for tradition. Alongside them were their two children, Emily and Jack, who approached their new surroundings with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. It was on a cool autumn evening that the family first encountered the barn, its weathered planks bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun. Drawn by a sense of curiosity, they ventured inside, the floorboards groaning beneath their weight. As they explored the dimly lit interior, the air grew heavy with the scent of hay and dust, and the sound of their footsteps echoed against the wooden beams. It was then that they stumbled upon a hidden cellar, its entrance obscured by a loose floorboard near the back of the barn. With trembling hands, David pried open the cellar door, revealing a staircase that descended into darkness. Sarah's heart raced with excitement as they ventured into the unknown, their flashlight beams cutting through the inky blackness. The cellar was a world unto itself, frozen in time and steeped in history. Cracked bottles lined the shelves, their contents long since evaporated, while faded photographs adorned the walls, their subjects staring out with solemn expressions. But it was the chest at the center of the cellar that captured their attention, a relic of a bygone era, its iron bindings rusted with age. With a sense of anticipation, they lifted the lid, revealing a treasure trove of forgotten artifacts. Among the relics were yellowed letters bound in ribbon, their pages filled with tales of love and loss. Weathered diaries chronicled the daily struggles of those who had come before, their ink faded with time. And nestled among the forgotten treasures lay a small, ornate urn, its surface adorned with intricate carvings. As they gazed upon the artifacts of a bygone era, a chill swept through the cellar, and the temperature plummeted. Suddenly, a figure materialized from the shadows, its form ethereal and translucent. Eyes hollow and devoid of life, it reached out to them with spectral fingers, its voice a whispered echo from beyond the grave. But that was just the beginning. As the spectral figure extended its ghostly hand towards them, Sarah's heart pounded with fear, her breath caught in her throat. David stepped forward, shielding his family from the apparition's chilling presence. His eyes narrowed with determination. Who are you?" Sarah stammered, her voice trembling with apprehension. The figure remained silent, its gaze fixed upon them with an intensity that sent shivers down their spines. In the dim light of the cellar, its features were obscured by shadows, rendering it impossible to discern its true identity. With a voice as cold as the grave, the figure finally spoke, its words echoing through the cavernous space like whispers on the wind. "I am but a memory, a remnant of the past," it intoned, its voice carrying the weight of centuries. "Bound to this earthly realm by unfinished business and unspoken truths." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine as the figure's words washed over her, each syllable laden with an ancient sorrow. She glanced at her family, their faces pale with fear, and knew that they were in the presence of something far beyond their understanding. "What? What do you want from us?" David demanded, his voice steady despite the fear gnawing at his insides. The figure's hollow eyes seemed to bore into his soul, its gaze unyielding. "I seek only release," it whispered, its voice a haunting melody in the stillness of the cellar. "For centuries I have lingered in the shadows, bound by the chains of my past, but now, with your help, I may finally find peace." Sarah felt a surge of empathy wash over her as she looked upon the figure before her, its spectral form flickering in the dim light. Despite the fear that gripped her heart, she knew that they could not turn their backs on this tortured soul. "We'll help you," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Whatever it takes, we'll help you find peace." With those words, the figure seemed to shimmer and fade, its ethereal form dissipating like smoke in the wind. And as the last echoes of its presence faded into the darkness, Sarah knew that their lives would never be the same. But as they emerged from the cellar into the cool night air, a sense of hope filled their hearts. For they had faced the unknown and emerged stronger for it, their bond as a family stronger than ever before. And though the memory of their encounter would linger in their minds for years to come, they knew that they had done the right thing. For in helping a lost soul find peace, they had found a measure of peace of their own. But little did they know that their journey was far from over, and that the true horrors of the farmhouse had yet to reveal themselves. As the family stepped out of the cellar, the night air felt different, charged with a newfound sense of purpose. Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that their encounter with the spectral figure was only the beginning of a much larger mystery lurking within the old farmhouse. Over the following days, strange occurrences continued to plague the family. Objects moved inexplicably, eerie whispers echoed through the halls at night, and shadows seemed to dart out of sight just beyond the edge of vision. Despite their growing unease, the family remained determined to uncover the truth behind the farmhouse's haunting. They delved into the history of the property, poring over old records and dusty tomes in search of answers. It was during their research that they stumbled upon a name that sent shivers down their spines: Jonathan Harrington, a farmer who had once owned the land upon which the farmhouse stood. According to local legend, Harrington had been accused of witchcraft and met a gruesome end at the hands of an angry mob. As they delved deeper into Harrington's history, they uncovered tales of dark rituals and unspeakable horrors that had taken place on the very land they now called home. It seemed that the farmhouse was built upon a burial ground, and the restless spirits of those who had perished there still roamed the earth, seeking vengeance for past wrongs. Determined to put an end to the farmhouse's curse once and for all, the family embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of darkness. Armed with ancient incantations and the strength of their bond, they faced down the malevolent forces that lurked within the shadows, battling spirits and demons with courage and resolve. And though the road ahead was fraught with danger, they knew that as long as they stood together, they would emerge victorious. For in the darkest of nights, the light of love and family would always shine brightest, illuminating the path to redemption and salvation. As dawn broke over the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the old farmhouse, the family stood triumphant, the curse of the past finally lifted from their shoulders. And as they looked upon their home with newfound hope and gratitude, they knew that they had faced their fears and emerged stronger for it. But as they embraced each other in the warm light of the morning sun, they couldn't shake the feeling that their journey was far from over. For in the world of the supernatural, mysteries abound, and the true horrors of the farmhouse had yet to reveal themselves. As the days passed, an uneasy calm settled over the farmhouse. But the family couldn't shake the feeling that something lurked just beyond the edges of their perception. Strange phenomena continued to occur, whispers in the night, objects moving on their own, and unexplained cold spots that seemed to defy reason. Despite their lingering apprehension, the family tried to resume their normal lives, finding solace in the routines of daily chores and the laughter of their children. But deep down, they knew that the true horrors of the farmhouse had yet to reveal themselves. It was on a particularly stormy night that the farmhouse's dark secrets began to unravel. As lightning split the sky and thunder rattled the windows, a presence made itself known, an entity of pure malevolence, its presence suffusing every corner of the old house with an icy chill. Terrified but resolute, the family banded together, their bond stronger than ever in the face of unimaginable terror. Armed with nothing but their courage and determination, they confronted the entity head-on, daring to challenge the darkness that threatened to consume them. In a battle that spanned the realms of the living and the dead, they fought with every ounce of strength they possessed, their spirits unwavering in the face of overwhelming evil. With each passing moment, they drew closer to the truth, unraveling the mysteries that had haunted the farmhouse for generations. And as the first light of dawn broke through the storm clouds, illuminating the shattered remnants of the old farmhouse, the family emerged victorious, their hearts filled with a newfound sense of peace and closure. But as they surveyed the wreckage of their former home, they knew that their journey was far from over. For the true horrors of the farmhouse had yet to reveal themselves, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their chance to strike once more. But no matter what lay ahead, the family stood united, ready to face whatever darkness may come their way. For in the end, they knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome even the most terrifying of nightmares. And so, hand in hand, they ventured forth into the unknown, their spirits unbroken and their resolve unshakable. For in the world of the supernatural, mysteries abound, and the true horrors of the farmhouse were only the beginning of their journey into the unknown. And so, as the world moved on and life returned to normal, the memory of the family who had faced the true horrors of the farmhouse remained, a beacon of hope in a world fraught with darkness. But in the hearts of those who had witnessed their journey, their legacy would live on, a reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, the dawn will always break, bringing with it a new day filled with endless possibility and boundless hope. As the family walked away from the remnants of the old farmhouse, a sense of closure washed over them. They had faced their fears, conquered the darkness, and emerged stronger on the other side. Their journey had been harrowing, filled with twists and turns they never could have imagined, but through it all, they had remained united, their love and determination guiding them through even the darkest of nights. And as they looked ahead to the future, they knew that whatever challenges may come their way, they would face them together, armed with the knowledge that they were capable of overcoming anything life threw at them. For in the end, it was not the trials they faced that defined them, but the strength and resilience they found within themselves. And so, hand in hand, they walked into the sunrise, their hearts filled with hope and gratitude for the journey they had undertaken. For they knew that no matter what may come, they would always carry with them the lessons they had learned and the memories they had made along the way. And as they disappeared into the horizon, their figures silhouetted against the golden light of dawn, the true horrors of the farmhouse faded into memory, replaced by the promise of a future filled with endless possibility and boundless adventure. For in the end, it was not the darkness that defined them, but the light that shone within their hearts, guiding them ever forward on their journey through life's endless mysteries. And so, as the sun rose high in the sky, casting its warm glow upon the world below, the family story came to a close, a testament to the enduring power of love, courage, and the indomitable human spirit. But in the hearts of those who had witnessed their journey, their legacy would live on, a reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, the dawn will always break, bringing with it a new day filled with endless possibility and boundless hope.